We've all seen those properties on Rightmove that say grade 2 listed, but what does it actually mean, especially if you're thinking of buying one? Here's the answer in just 3 minutes. So, listing marks and celebrates a building's special architectural and historic interest, and it also brings it under the consideration of the planning system so that it can be protected for future generations to come. The older the building is and the fewer the surviving examples of its kind, the more likely it is to be listed. It's as simple as that. The general principles are that all buildings built before 1700, which survive in anything like their original condition, are likely to be listed, as are buildings built between 1700 and 1850. Particularly careful selection is required for buildings from the period after 1945, and buildings less than 30 years old are not normally considered special architectural or historical interest because they haven't yet had the test of time, which of course makes sense. So how does a building get its listed status? Well, it could be its unique architecture, its historical connections or associations with renowned figures, or being part of a larger historical ensemble of buildings. Here are the listing categories. So grade 1 is of exceptional interest, grade 2 star, particularly special, and grade 2 represents national significance. In fact, 92% of all listings fall in this category, where making changes are not nearly as restrictive as you may at first have thought, which is great news. Once nominated, Historic England assesses it, a recommendation is made from them and it's then on to the Secretary of State and they will make the final decision. If you're considering buying or making a listed building your own with an eye on making changes, here's 5 steps, a roadmap to help you on your way. So number 1, research and understand. Know the significant and listed parts of your building. Sometimes it's the entire building, more often it's just specific parts like the staircase, for example. Number 2, consult early before any work, engage with local planning authority. They can offer guidance and clarify what requires listed building consent. Number 3, apply for listed building consent if you're making alterations that affects the building's character. You need this consent. Regular planning permission just isn't enough with listed buildings. Number 4, seek expert advice. Consider hiring specialists familiar with listed properties. They'll ensure that any restoration is sympathetic to its historical character. And lastly, number 5, careful execution. Once approved, ensure work is done respecting the building's history. Remember, unsanctioned changes can lead to legal action and nobody wants that. There you have it, a pathway to transforming a piece of history into your dream space responsibly and respectfully. Each listed building is a treasure, a chapter in England's story, and as its author, its new author, well, why shouldn't it be you?